Hello, good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to our live event today, the Wellness Wave. So happy to be on today and looking forward to having an amazing section with all of us today. And thank you. I can see you as you're all joining for the event today. Thank you for making this a realistic, passionate, and enjoyable time for all of us. Today is special. I'm not going to talk alone. I have with me today an expert, a very passionate nurse and lifestyle coach. Her name is Chioma Okere. In the course of the discussion, I will invite her to take her prepared section with us. So, welcome once again to our event for today. We are going to talk about a very, very passionate topic: sleep. Sleep for busy Nigerians, caffeine, blue lights, and I'll end by giving us a 14-day reset that can help us to checkmate what we're doing, what's not working, and what can help us to improve. So, thank you once again for joining me in this program today. So, do you find yourself at times lying down on your bed, rolling from one end of the bed to the other? You're tired, quite all right, but the sleep is not coming. What could be the problem? What could be the issue? We are going to look into it in a very brief moment of time. First of all, I know some newcomers that are joining this event today. My name is pharmacist Nkechi Ogunjofo. I am a preventive healthcare and wellness expert. I am passionate about helping people to live healthy, normal lives just by implementing simple lifestyle routines that are not out of the way. Some things that you might know but might not know the importance or how they can play out in your health and welfare. So today we're going to talk about, thank you, Anne. I can feed you. Thanks for joining. So today we're going to talk about sleep for busy Nigerians, not just Nigerians. Every busy executive has a part here. Sleep is something that we all need. Sleep for busy Nigerians, the blue light caffeine, and 14-day sleep reset. So, what could be the issue when you're rolling from your bed, from one corner of the bed to the other without falling asleep, and you're actually tired? Okay, so some things are responsible, and digging into it, I'll look at the fact that we put in some long hours. Yes, busy professionals, even businessmen and women, you put in some long hours, maybe you're overhauling yourself. Then also some other things we do could be affecting us, could be responsible for the reason why we are not falling asleep. I'm getting some echoes here. I'll try to fix it up. But yes, some things that we actually do could be responsible for our not falling asleep consciously or unconsciously. And this is what we are going to try to fix right now. So, starting with the fact that busy people put in long hours at work, they are always held up here and there, trying to juggle a lot of things endlessly. We get caught up into the circle of trying to fix things, and at times sleep is affected. Then work overload. Yeah, work overload is not just for executives, it's also for business people, you know. And coupled with the fact that 60% of Nigerians sleep less than 6 hours in a day, at least during the nighttime sleep. So sleep deprivation starts to feel normal. Meanwhile, it shouldn't be, because sleep should be a necessity, especially when we want to be in the best of health. So, how do our daily habits steal sleep from us. Yeah, some of us take caffeine, coffee. Well, coffee is a beverage, and just like any other beverage, we enjoy taking it. But in some people, it could affect sleep, it could hinder sleep. Then also, the blue light from our devices aren't helping matters. The blue lights helps to cut down melatonin secretion. And melatonin is the body's natural hormone that helps with sleep, with restful, relaxed sleep. Blue light impedes the production and synthesis, secretion of melatonin. This is another reason why we find it hard to sleep even when we're tired. And our lives are running on autopilot these days. We can't do without our devices. Businesses, communications, work, everything is tied on use of mobile devices. So that really gets challenging. Also, another tip as to what can be the issue is that for us to get good nighttime sleep, we should try to go off the blue lights at least by 8 p.m. 8 p.m. at night, go off all the blue lights, so that your body will start to normalize and the chances of having a restful night's sleep will be very possible. So these habits that keeps us awake aren't helping us. So we are looking at night scrolling on our mobile devices, trying to reply messages, some pertaining to work, some pertaining to other personal matters. We should really try to cut down on this. Then also is the fact that there's no constant bedtime routine. If we can build a or create a bedtime routine that is constant and consistent, meaning we have a particular time to go to bed, maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and we have a particular time to wake up. We stick to it, and over the time, our body gets adjusted to this routine, and it helps us to achieve normal sleep, even when we are tired. Then another thing is that we should try to create a dark, cool, and phone-free bedroom. Some of us, we take our device to the bedroom, and you know what it means. We can turn this way on the bed, turn that way, we pick it up, and we continue scrolling, reading, chatting, whatever. This is another habit that is impeding sleep, and we need to really, really work on it. So, what can help? One of the things that can help is that we have to optimize our bedroom sleep. Our bedroom sleep should be very optimized. What do I mean by this? We should make our bedroom to be conducive for sleep. You know, it doesn't have to be very dark, but at least in the night we should shut out the lights from the outside. Then during the day, in the mornings, we should open up all the windows, the blinds, so that the sun will filter into the room, fresh air comes into the room. It sustains the room and makes it a relaxing place to be at night. It doesn't have to be dingy. Some rooms are so dingy, so dark. At times it starts looking as if it's really, you know, humid and very uncomfortable. At night, try and use your bedroom bedside lamp, to make some dim light possible. But then try to have the room well aerated. It will really help. So here I have a 14-day sleep reset framework that can help. Starting from day 1 to day 3, we have to try to track our sleep and our caffeine use. Try to track our sleep. Try to note down when we actually go to sleep, when we wake up, and how much of caffeine we use or what time we use it for day 1 to day 3. Then in the next 4 days, for day 4 to day 7, the next thing we can do is to try to cut caffeine intake gradually before bedtime. Let's say we should set reminders if this is hard because caffeine is addictive. Some of us that are used to taking coffee, we don't most times we don't know when we really reach out to take it. So we can actually cut it down gradually. Start reducing the frequency, the quantity we take. Then from day 8 to day 10, we should try to create a dark, cool, phone free bedroom. The bedroom should be dark, it should be cool. Then remove phones, devices from the bedroom. Then finally, when we've achieved stability with this next one, from day 11 to day 14, we should start keeping a consistent sleep wake schedule. That is, choose a time you go to bed, choose a time you wake up. At times, the alarms can help in keeping this consistent routine. So, what do you do now when you are at bed now? Now you can't get your 8 hours of restful sleep. What can you do? Yes, naps are very, very handy. You can try to catch your naps, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it will help to relax you. Then, before you go to bed, try some stretches and breathing exercises. Try the breathing exercises. And for people on this call who don't know what the breathing exercises entail, you can check my past past events. I've talked a lot about it. Try to learn how to incorporate this as a lifestyle. It will help to reset and make you to get your sleep back. And also focus on the quality of your sleep, not just the quantity of the sleep. The sleep should be restful, it should be relaxing. So, yeah. Finally, on this, my call to action for you is sleep is not just a reward for your hard day's work. No, it's a requirement. Your body needs it, your health needs it. It's a requirement, it's not just a reward. Okay? And this should help you to bear in mind that whatever is affecting your sleep is a no-no. You shouldn't entertain it, you shouldn't encourage it. So I am going to call to the second speaker for the event today. Like I told you, Chioma Okere is a very passionate nurse, somebody that is committed to creating healthy lifestyles, helping people to live healthy lifestyles by a combination of strategy, support, and a host of other tools. She is going to combine her clinical experience and practical knowledge from her coaching strategies. And today she's going to speak on structured rest for thriving energy, focus, and professional growth. So, watch out in this session, she will guide us on how to be intentional. Yes, how to go out and get structured rest that can boost our energy, and help us to maintain, sharpen our focus and clarity. Please join me and give a round, warm welcome to Chioma Okere. Please, Chioma, you can take it up from here. Thanks for joining us in today's event. So happy to have you. Yeah, she's live. Just give me a minute. Let me check. Yes. Okay. So, Chioma, you can take it up from here. Okay. Yeah, she's here. Great.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Ma.
Come.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to be here to. I hope you can hear me, Ma. Can you hear me very well?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so I've been hearing. I was I just joined when you were talking about the 14-day reset. That would be a great opportunity for many busy professionals to at least be intentional to find out how and see how, as in the wonders that happens in our body when we take the time to be intentional about, what we do, about rest, about sleep, about, taking intentional steps to relax and rest our body. So I'll be talking about a very important topic for mainly busy professionals, on LinkedIn. I know there's so many busy people here. And not just that, the world is getting busier by the day. People are doing, we're in the era of, oh, don't have one stream of income, have multiple stream of income. And while you're having multiple stream of income, you still have a family to take care of, you still have your job to take care of, you still have your personal development journey to take care of, you still have exams you need to write, you see, everything is just getting busy by the day. But one thing remains very important. It's our health that powers all those things. In as much as we live in a culture that glorifies trying to do everything at the same time and not giving space for our health, the honest truth is that it is our health that powers it. And so we have to actually find out, how am I going to ensure that I have, I am able to keep a balance of, or do that which will help my health, while trying to balance or try to, prioritize other things too. So it's so important. So today I'll be talking about structured rest for thriving energy, focus, and professional growth. Structured rest. So first of all, let me also before I go ahead, let me thank pharmacist Nkechi for the opportunity to be here. I do not take it for granted, ma. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I hope that today, that everybody who will join us will get one or two things that are going to take away from today's webinar. So stay with me. Thank you so much. So let's start with what rest is all about. I'll be talking about what rest is all about, the importance it is to our body, some misconceptions people have about rest, then how to structure rest in our, daily routines, and the costs of not prioritizing rest and sleep in our daily routines. Okay, let me start by saying that for me as a health coach, this is one of the things I love doing, helping professionals structure their routines, that they have, pockets of time within their day, that are able to do what will help their health. Do you get? So what is rest? Rest is simply the state of relaxation that allows your body and your mind to recover from stresses of life. Rest is just, it is a state of, is a conscious state of relax. It's not sleep. Rest is not sleep. Rest is just, sometimes when you are resting, you may not really be sleeping. So it's not just even about taking a nap or just being quiet for some time. Rest is just any activity, and includes any activity that will help your mind, will help your body to recover or to recharge or to rejuvenate or to relax from the stressors of life. That's what rest is. And every day there is always a stress to that. Stress is not abnormal, but chronic, it's what the problem is. So rest helps us and ensures that we don't go to that point where we experience burnout or experience the kind of situation that lands us in the hospital or even takes our lives. As a registered nurse and someone who is currently practicing in the hospital, sorry, excuse me for that, I can tell you that, in as much as it looks so um simple, lack of rest, sleep can have landed people in the hospital and ultimately has taken the life of of people too. So it's a very important topic, and here you're going to learn how to structure this rest into your daily routines. Sorry, thank you. I'm sorry for that. So, according to the American Psychological Association, I just want to create a basic foundation of what rest is so that you can now know how to structure it within your day. There are seven types of rest. According to American Psychological Association, there are seven types of rest. Okay? Number one, the one people know more is physical rest. That is giving your body a break, like taking a break from a physical activity to be able to restore your strength and energy. That's physical type of rest. So in this type of rest, it may mean taking a break, like taking a nap. For some people, it can mean, a quiet time where you just like maybe close your eyes, don't do something. The way they say 5 to 10 minutes of rest or breaks in between. Just is taking a break from a physical activity for you to recover for yourself or recover the body from the stress. That's physical rest. Then we have mental rest. Mental rest. So for mental rest, it's just taking a break from active brain activity. Anything that stimulates your brain. Normally every day, of course, our mental health, we're always utilizing it, right? We're always doing something that stimulates our mental and brain activity. So mental rest means taking a break from whatever that is stimulating your mind. For example, let's say in the midst of preparing for an exam where you are reading a lot, you are researching, or let's say you are researching, or maybe you are doing brainstorming for your business, or you're working with a client, or you're at work, anything that engages your mental health, taking a break, a step away from it to recover is it's kind of mental rest. Then we have emotional rest. Yes. In emotional rest, it includes expressing your feelings or having conversations that will give you emotional, reset. Any engaging in, it's like anything that deals with your emotions, right? Such as expressing your sometimes when you express your feelings and not bottle them up, it's a kind of emotional rest. When you set boundaries from what is emotionally draining. Example, like let's say taking a break from social media for an example, maybe, or taking a break, or away from people or environment, or friends or relatives or family members sef, that is emotionally drained. Taking a break to be able to recover, to reset. Taking a break, maybe you had a very painful situation at work or during your day that was emotionally drained. Just taking a break to recover, that's emotional type of rest. Then we have social rest. So for social rest, it means scheduling fewer activities so that you can be able to rest. Do you know that constantly, that some people that they call the life of the room or something like that. Like there's this idiom for people that always, when they come to an environment, they always act, they always chitty chatty, they always meeting new people. Sometimes when you do those things, it can actually drain you. All right. Let's say, for an example, again, some people every weekend are going to one activity or the other, they're going to one something or the other. And sometimes those being too active in social events can be draining. So social rest means taking a break or scheduling or putting or just being intentional about fewer activities or events that drains you. Just taking a step so that you can just be by yourself. Sometimes just be by yourself. It's not a bad thing. So that's what social rest is. Taking a break from all the stimulating activity, social activity, so that you can recover and rest. That is what social rest is. So we have talked about physical rest, we have talked about emotional, mental, we are talking about social rest. Then we have sensory rest. Sensory rest is mostly tied to technology. What you see, let's say on social media, or this thing, just the use of technology, such as spending time in your screen time, taking a break from anything that is overstimulating to your sense, to your sensory organs, so that they can recover and rest. For example, spending too much time. I know that some of us are remote workers, so spending that extra time, always on something that is causing, harm to your eye, to your sensory organs. Taking a break from those things is called sensory rest. So these are categories. I'm not the one that made it up. These are categories Seven types of rest from the American Psychological Association. Most time when it comes to mental health, psychiatric, this is an organization, an association that handles most of, the definitions and how our perspective to some of these things. Then we have creative rest. So for creative rest, for content creator, let me say, for example, you that is building on LinkedIn every day, every week, you're planning on what content to post. Sometimes it can be a stressor. So taking a break from what drains your creativity, that's creative rest. There's spiritual rest. In spiritual rest, you talk about, is that like taking a step back from some religious activity that can be joining, yes, or taking a step towards spiritual activities that are restful or more beneficial to you. So that's just the type of, but if you notice from our definition, there is something common. When you are resting, you are doing something relaxing, either to your soul, to your mind, to your emotions, to your physical health. You are taking a break from something that is causing you stress. Do you get? So that's what rest is all about, and it can include many activities that that can help you relax at those moments that you want to take an intentional break from something. Do you get? So that's what it's all about. So let's talk about common misconceptions. I feel that it's also important for me to mention this. The common misconceptions people have about rest. Number one is that rest is a luxury or is a sign of laziness. The truth is, we are also in a society where you can't even hear preachings, you can even have motivational speeches that are so bold to say, if you're doing this, you are lazy. If you're taking a rest, you should be pursuing this, pursuing that all the time. Most of these don't create a balance. It's good to pursue your goals. In fact, it's fulfilling. But then, if you're doing it and you're not giving a space for you to rest, for you to take care of yourself, for you to take care of your health, it's already a problem. So it is a myth when people say rest is equal to laziness. Rest is not equal to, in fact, rest is equal to productivity. If you actually want to be productive in those things you are chasing, then rest is non-negotiable. Second myth I would like to bust today is rest means doing nothing. I think I also mentioned it that rest does not mean, if I say take a rest, I don't always mean that, okay, at that moment you just stop doing something, just close your eyes. So rest is any activity. It can be listening to music, it can be dancing, it can be just taking your kids out, have fun. These are rest. These are restful activities. As long as it's not adding more stress to you, you are taking a break from something that's causing you more stress. It's a rest. It's rest. So rest does not mean doing nothing. Rest can be watching 5 minutes of comedy to laugh. Rest can mean talking to a therapist about how you feel, how unhappy you are. That's rest. But the thing is that you are not doing it, is not actively stressing. Anything that will actually, like, rest does not mean, like, some people, and okay, well, let me just stop at that. What I wanted to say, I'll say it another time to buttress it more. So rest does not mean doing nothing. It can be passive, which is doing nothing. Sometimes it can be active, which is doing something that will help you. Okay. So another thing is one of the myths I broke today in my post for today, as a rest does not mean okay, and another myth is what I spoke about today in my post, where you cannot catch up on rest only on weekends. You can't catch up on rest or sleep only on weekends. It's a myth. Some people say, I even see posts on LinkedIn. Maybe you're one of those writing it. Oh, on Fridays, you now say you have stressed yourself for the week. Now is the time to rest on the weekend. It's all right. I understand the concept people come, from that, especially for people that work on, Monday to Friday basis. They want to rest. Some people's life are not like that. So am I going to say, for me, I'm a nurse, I don't work, I don't do weekend break. I work anytime I'm on duty. So I can't come and wait for weekends. There are people also are remote workers. If you're a remote worker here, you understand that sometimes the work is not a Monday to Friday it's not a 9 to 5 kind of job. So even in that 9 to 5, you can't be storing up rest and say only for weekends. your body does not work that way. It's better to have those short bursts of rest in between your day, better than waiting for when a weekend comes. And you agree with me, if you are even being sincere to ourselves, that when you say I want to rest on weekend, many people don't actually rest on weekends. They're already planning for the next week, they're planning for the clients they want to meet, they're planning. You are still stimulating your activity. So that you're waiting for weekends to rest, you are still going to add extra stress on top of it. Just that maybe you're not doing your 9 to 5, but you find another 9 to 5 that will stress you. So there's no need waiting for weekends for rest. It doesn't help ourselves. It's a myth. And again, rest is not a the next misconception is rest is a one size fits for all. Rest is actually not a one size fits for all, even though that basic things that you can do and your health will rejuvenate, but it's not a one size fits for all. Personally, watching movies is restful for me. Some people it's not restful for them. Personally, I don't find it restful to read books. If I want to rest, it's not reading books, because when I'm reading my book, if I'm reading even any calming book, my brain is on fire. I'm a very imaginative person. So when I'm reading a book, my brain activity is already high. But some people, when they just read a book, 2 pages they sleep off. For them, that's a kind of rest. Do you get ahead? Like for some kids, it's even a kind of rest, reading storybooks to them. Why some people it doesn't work for them. So rest is not actually a one size fits for all. You have to be the one to find out what exactly do you do that makes you feel relaxed, feel comfortable, feel at peace at that moment. So rest is not a one size fits for all. Okay, so in case you're thinking, there has to be, it has to be what works for Mr. A is not what works, but then as I say, it should not be something that stimulates you to do the opposite. Okay, so the next thing is what are the major benefits of rest? What are the major benefits of rest? Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, what are the there are so many benefits of rest. We have immediate and long-term benefits. Let me also use this opportunity to say that sometimes people don't think there are benefits of rest because uh, they see sometimes they feel that they don't see any immediate effect. But I'm telling you, when you engage in rest, oh God, the benefits that are immediate that are long term. Immediate benefits of it at the moment when you want to rest at that moment, you get. Sometimes when you rest, it's if you're let's say if you're very worried and you want to like take a break, or if you're on screen time for hours, want to take a break, you will find yourself feeling refreshed after that break. A short break, but then you feel so relaxed, your body calms down, you are more productive, your brain is sharp, sometimes do you know that apart from trying to brainstorm at once, when you schedule rest in between, you'll find out that your brain thinks sharper, you are able to concentrate more. Do you get? When you work to a long time and you don't give yourself rest, your brain is foggy. Like you sometimes you can't even be seeing well, you can't even be thinking straight. Your emotions will be bottled, or your emotions will be on the high side, right? But then rest will help you at that moment to ensure that your body comes back, as if you are refueling yourself. That's what rest does. It's very important. Okay, it can improve your mood, it can make you more alert, you better make better decisions. The long-term benefits of health. This one is the sweetest part. Long-term benefits of health is that you have a stronger immune system. Research has shown, a lot of research have proved that having adequate rest and sleep build our immune system. Let me tell you one thing I've discovered, even from not just from science, not just from medicine, but from experience, even in the hospital. I used to tell people that whenever you fall ill, that yes, it's okay that sometimes you fall ill, but your ability to bounce back speedily depends on your habits before you fall ill. Sometimes the ability to bounce back after an illness, the speed with which you bounce back depends on your lifestyle before that illness, before that time. So imagine you are the type that don't prioritize rest. Where you that's why there is a friend I know that sometimes he said that one time that he started learning how to prioritize rest in his life was when he fell critically ill and he was almost between life and death. This is a problem of rest, stress, self, chronic stress. He didn't, and then he was admitted, he was unconscious, all those things. Why wait for those times? Those times that you don't even know that you will actually come back to life. That's just the truth. So your this thing, your rest, adequate rest and sleep would it boost your immune system. It will boost your immune system. It will help all the organs of your body. Hey, especially the heart. Especially the heart. When you are not, if you don't schedule rest within your day, your heart, you are stressing your heart. You are overworking your heart. Do you know that some people, because of stress, their heart can enlarge abnormally? Do you know? There are some people that because of stress, because of not having your heart can enlarge abnormally. So why wait for bad things to happen? So these are the long term. And why it's very tricky is because people always want something they see speedily. But as I've always said, health is not a quick fix. So it's better if we form habits that will help us than waiting for emergencies to be the wake up call for us to prioritize ourselves. When you are resting and sleeping well, you are able to manage your weight. You're able to manage your strength. Your emotional health is stable. They always say, why is this person able to they're not, when things happen, they don't show, like it's not as if they're overwhelmed, they're in control. It's because they're already forming restful habits that are like deposits for their health. All right. Okay. So now let me go to the one of the main the key thing is why what is structured rest. Structured rest means scheduling intentional regular rest periods throughout your day. Structured structuring. Structuring means scheduling intentional regular rest periods throughout your day. It means creating intentional routines of rest that fit into your lifestyle. And it is important, as it's always better than random things. Most people do random rest. They only wait until they have finished certain tasks before they rest. But structured rest means I'm going to be intentional about creating rest routines within my day so that I will not, I'll always be able to preserve my energy, preserve my focus, and even help add to my growth. So how do you structure rest to fit into your busy day? One is identify which type of rest that you need. If you are always mentally drained, but maybe because of too much scrolling on media, too much staying on your laptop for long, ensure that within days about 1 to 2 hours of your work, or 1 to 4 hours, make sure you take a break. Take a break, 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes, all right, and do something else. That, so identify what rest is for the type of rest that helps you. All right, if it's an emotional rest, if it's like that you need to talk to someone about, if you are passing through certain emotional thing, or maybe you are walking around, made the emotional journey, find pockets of time within the day to structure rest. So structure, like, identify the kind of rest that fits you, that works for you. That's something that when you do, for example, some people is journaling, some people is singing, some people is listening to music, some people is taking a break, just taking a walk. I have someone, a cousin, that taking a walk is one of his major ways. So he always find out that within the day, he finds out time to just, even if he can't take a walk to a far distance because of working, he just walk around the environment and cools his mind. Is you find out. So number two is schedule it. Treat it like an appointment. Schedule your rest periods by blocking time within the day to do it. For me, I do this by setting alarms. I set alarms on a daily basis. I plan my to-do list. I plan those times for me to take rest. So it's very important. Then use technology, like using your phone apps or alarm apps on all that. Set specific boundaries for yourself. Create routines that will help you to always take rest. If you are a remote worker, find pockets of time, whether let's say for example morning rest. Let's say between 10 to 11 I will take a rest. Between 1 to 2 I'll take a nap or take a rest. Between 7 to 8 I'll take a rest. For before I sleep, no screen time. So find something that works for you. All right, so these are the ways to structure your rest. And it's so as I said, in summary, structured rest means being intentional about setting specific times within your day for you to find the kind of to for you to put input and plan the kind of rest that is important for you. So Ma, I'm done. Can take the stage.
Wow, bravo. Thank you so much, Chioma Okere. It's been a very, very rewarding time with you today. Yes, we have to work on all these points that we've taken today. We've learned quite some useful tips yet about structuring our rest for a thriving energy, for us to be more focused, for us to have better clarity. We have to structure rest. And that doesn't preclude the fact that we can make our time intentionally for rest. Thank you so much, Chioma Okere. It's so nice having you on the event today. It's been a very rewarding time, and I'm sure we've all benefited from all the information that have been shared on this event today. Starting from the first aspect of the event, we have seen some issues that we could have that could impede our sleep time, making us not be in the best frame of mind. So it all goes to the fact that we have to plan for things to go on very well in a structured way. Yes. Putting all these tips together is going to help us to get a scheduled and natural sleep. So thank you so much. And I'm watching out in the audience, in the comment section from the audience. This is a few minutes for us to take any questions about what we have talked on today. Do we have any question? Any question for me or for Chioma Kereshis? We are still here to take questions. This is question time. This is question time. Thank you so much for joining us. Wabeze, we appreciate your presence in this event. Thank you, everybody that is on the show with us today. Thank you, Chioma, for making time from your very busy time to honor this invitation. And you've shared a lot of tips, amazing tips. So much. Do we have any question coming up? I can't see any question on the comments section. Question time. Thank you for joining us in this event today. So, if we have any question, thank you, Kemi. Thank you, Anne. Thank you so much. I can see you cheering us up. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So, we are available for you anytime you have your questions. You can reach out to me on my LinkedIn app. You can also reach out to Chioma Okere. She's very much available on LinkedIn too. For private consultations for anything health and wellness. So we'll gradually round up today. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll gradually round up the event today since I can't see any questions. But I know most times, most of my friends, I still get your questions anytime you have your questions, and I'll respond to them. Okay? So, with this, we've come to the end of the event today, and I'm sure that we all enjoyed what we've heard. We are all going to practice it because rest, sleep is crucial for our health and wellness. So, rounding up from here, I would like to say have a lovely day, enjoy the rest of your day, and watch out for yet another fascinating topic next time. This time next week Thursday. Yes, we're going to be live again next week Thursday, and we are looking forward to having every one of you today also join us next week. So, have a lovely evening. Goodbye.